Imagine racing at breakneck speeds just to see it all go sideways in a heart. That happened to Alex Albon and Williams Racing at the high-stakes Japanese Grand Prix. A crunch of metal between Albon's ride and another car brought things to a screeching halt and left everyone talking. But here's the kicker. It is not just about a race gone wrong. It is the story of how Williams, an underdog team, is scraping by with barely enough parts to keep their cars on track. It is a tale of how a split second can spell a whole season's worth of trouble. So grab your pit pass, we are diving into the nitty-gritty of Formula 1, where every twist and turn can make or break dreams. Tune in and get the scoop on what is really going down with Williams Racing. Let's get real about the high-speed highs and lows. The Japanese Grand Prix initial lap unfolded with an unfortunate incident involving Williams driver Alex Albon, marking another hiccup in his racing season. The drama unfolded at Suzuka Circuit's Turn 3, a notorious stretch for its narrow passage, where Albon found himself embroiled in a mishap with Red Bull's Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo, who had been trying to recover from a suboptimal start, inadvertently clipped Albon's vehicle. This contact forced both competitors off track, hurling them into the tire barriers. Despite the relatively low velocity of the collision, Albon's vehicle sustained significant damage, particularly to its front right section. This event exacerbated the ongoing struggles faced by the Williams Racing team. Beyond the immediate repercussions of the crash, the incident underscored the precarious position in which the team finds itself, grappling with a severe shortage of spare components. Given the critical nature of their predicament, the accident did not merely represent a setback in the race. It highlighted the broader challenges confronting Williams in a season fraught with obstacles. Their ordeal at Suzuka serves as a poignant illustration of the persistent hurdles the team must overcome in their quest for a competitive resurgence. Throughout the 2024 Formula 1 season, the Williams Racing team has been under substantial pressure, wrestling with a depleted supply of spare components. This predicament emerges from a confluence of circumstances. The team, under a fresh ownership paradigm coupled with a new management structure, is navigating an intensive rebuilding phase. Consequently, optimizing the allocation of resources remains a significant hurdle. On the other hand, the monetary cap introduced within the Formula 1 framework poses additional restrictions, limiting the amount teams can dedicate towards car development and the production of spare elements. The events at the Japanese Grand Prix, especially the collision that damaged Albon's car, markedly worsened the team's scenario. A debilitating ripple effect ensued as the allocation of resources was redirected to repair Albon's vehicle. This reallocation of resources could inadvertently cause a deferral in the timetable for the car's scheduled enhancements. Such a delay could further compromise Williams' competitiveness in relation to the mid-tier teams, as their ability to keep pace depends significantly on these iterative upgrades. The scarcity of spare parts also instigates an often overlooked but equally influential dynamic: the psychological toll on the drivers. Albon, verbalizing his apprehension, confessed, "Back of the mind worries persist, especially when approaching turn 1. The realization that even the tiniest collision could either prematurely end your race or worse, inflict significant damage to the car, thereby prolonging its repair time." Such ever-present corners about unintentionally damaging the car undauntedly chip away at the driver's confidence. This undercurrent of anxiety could potentially hamper their ability to push the car to its maximum capacity, presenting an additional obstacle in the quest for competitiveness. The incident at Suzuka underscores this ominous reality, spotlighting Williams' multi-dimensional challenges in its ongoing pursuit of rejuvenation. What do you think can turn the tide for Williams Racing amid such challenges? Share your ideas in the comments below. Post-race, a visibly frustrated Alex Albon shared his concerns regarding Williams' dire straits with the spare parts supply. His feelings underline the impact this situation has on his racing approach. He admitted, that the anxiety of car damage could inadvertently curb his driving instincts and possibly lead to losing crucial points in the championship standings. Reflecting on the collision with Daniel Ricciardo, Albon conveyed a sense of inevitability about the unfolding clash. He recognized the tightness of opening lap battles but nonetheless felt that Ricciardo's attempt to overtake was marked by excessive aggression. In Albon's view, there seemed to have been ample opportunity to avoid the tangle. His assessment pointed towards a missed chance for strategic driving that could have spared both parties from the unfortunate outcome. The incident, a singular moment in the race, encapsulated his broader season challenges, navigating the constraints of careful driving against the natural racer's instinct to challenge the limits on the track. The Williams' troubles at the Japanese Grand Prix might have grabbed headlines, but the race itself bristled with riveting action up and down the field. Amid the twists of Suzuka, Red Bull exhibited their supremacy, with Max Verstappen notching up another win to add to his tally. Sergio Perez followed, ensuring a tactical and potent 1-2 finish that propels Red Bull's stature in the constructors' standing as they stand tall over their racing rivals. Wielding their Ferraris, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz found themselves in a tactical conundrum as the race strategy drew critical eyes. Their decision to switch to hard tires in the early stages didn't deliver the expected dividends. This tactical miscue presented the Red Bull adversaries with a strategic weakness to exploit, which they did with typical precision, leaving the Ferraris trailing. Continuing on the theme of challenges, Mercedes found the Suzuka circuit unforgiving. With Lewis Hamilton and George Russell at the helm, they struggled to tap into a competitive rhythm, including the race adrift of the much-coveted podium finishes. The performance, or lack thereof, prompts introspection into Mercedes' potential to mount a credible challenge to Red Bull's dominance as the championship stakes intensify. Amidst the clangor of racing metal, a gleaming narrative was Fernando Alonso's drive, beacon of veteran savvy and racing acumen. Under his season's stewardship, the Aston Martin car carved through the field, culminating in a fourth-place finish that was both hard-fought and richly deserved. Alonso's display served as a testament to his enduring talent and the strategic nous he brings to a race weekend, further burnishing an already illustrious career with a performance that stood out as one of the day's highlights. Looking beyond the podium, the Japanese Grand Prix encapsulated a microcosm of the season's broader storylines. Red Bull's ascendancy, Ferrari's tactical gambles, Mercedes' pursuit of lost glory, and the resolve of a masterful competitor proving there is still plenty of fire left in his racing heart. This amalgamation of narratives sets the stage for a continuing battle that is as much about strategic wit as sheer racing prowess, encapsulating the multifaceted drama that Formula One delivers. The 2024 Japanese Grand Prix really showed the ups and downs in the world of Formula One. Red Bull is flying ahead, leaving everyone else playing catch-up with their killer speed and pinpoint strategies. Then there is Ferrari, who has some homework to do if they are dreaming of snagging the championship from Red Bull's grasp. Their strategy and tire choices aren't cutting it. Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, and Alpine, they have all got to head back to the drawing board. Mercedes can't seem to unlock what their car is truly capable of. Alfa's got their hands tied with pit stop blunders and Alpine. They need more than tweaks to mix it with the big guns. And then there is Carlos Sainz, who is really making a case for himself at Ferrari. He consistently outshines Leclerc and provides why he deserves to stay. But heartbreakingly for Williams, it is another chapter in their struggle saga. That crash with Albon wasn't just a race enter. It spotlighted how tough things are with their spare parts shortage. With a mountain to climb as the season progresses, it will test their spirit and resolve. And that's a wrap on the adrenaline-pumping roller coaster ride that was the Japanese Grand Prix. For all the heart-in-your-mouth moments, strategic chess games on track, and insider insights into what makes or breaks the teams and drivers in Formula One, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the F1 For You channel. We are here to bring you every twist and turn of this incredible season. Got any thoughts on the race or predictions for the next? Drop us a comment. We are all ears. Until next time, keep your passion for racing alive, and we will see you at the starting grid.